no-hitters tonight. Xavier Tillman with a game-winning field goal, 1 second remaining. They finished the preseason 3-1. That one loss, by the way, was very bad. They had a 14-point lead with 3 minutes to go, but tonight they win the game at the buzzer. Xavier Tillman, remember? Here we are talking about bigs, and one of the bigs wins it tonight for the Green. If you want to react to the Celtics, who will now begin the regular season on Wednesday in the opener versus Philly, feel free to react to it at 617-779-0985. Well, in case you didn't catch the game or you haven't been following Twitter, I think the worst has happened for the Celtics. Jaylen Brown left tonight's game with an apparent hamstring injury. Hamstring tightness is what it's called. Last thing you want to hear regarding Jaylen Brown and his campaign this year without Jason Tatum. I would just suggest or even ask the question. May I ask a question? Is that okay, Skess? Why was Jaylen Brown even playing tonight? I can question that one. I have a job to do. I can be critical. I mean, if Joe Mazzulla doesn't care about the preseason, why even throw your best player out there tonight? I understand Toronto played their starting five. You telling me I can't have that opinion, Skess?
No, I'm out on that one. A week before the season starts, he's got to get some minutes out there. A little familiarity with the new guys. I have no issues with Jaylen Brown playing tonight.
Okay. Not good.
No, it's not good, but he's gotta get ready for the season.
I told you, my take when Jason Tatum went down last year and Jaylen Brown was dealing with a knee thing was sit them both out.
Yeah, you wanted to tank.
Tank and get the pick. And now, instead, you're living in well, I don't want to call it mediocrity because you're not mediocre. You're above average. Slightly?
Yes. Should be a playoff team.
Slightly. That's not a great spot in that league. It's not great. Now, I understand the hindsight of it all is Jason Tatum. That was one of the things Brad Stevens said is the biggest issue they have is their best player is in a walking boot. It's true. It's facts. But when your second best player has hamstring tightness in a preseason game, it's not the way you want to start it. Now, does he play? Like he's tight. On Monday, if he's loose, he's just going to play?
He's got a week.
They got to monitor this now?
Oh, you got to monitor it, Joe.
You know what's funny? Who else are their wings? Who else plays the wing? You got
Hauser?
Pritchard. Ball handlers.
Your guy Minot, kind of?
Simons.
3-4.
Simons.
2-3. 1-2.
Like if Brown misses time, Simon's starting.
Hit a big shot.
No, he's a volume scorer. I like Simons. He doesn't play defense, but I like him.
He's going to try this year.
I think he's going to score 18 to 22 points a game. I do think, though, he can do that off the bench. Like, let him roll with whoever.
He also might take 18 to 22 shots a game.
He had 4 turnovers. How many turnovers did he have in the second half tonight? He had 4 in the first half. He had 6 turnovers tonight. That wasn't great. Wonder why it's so high. 32. He did play 32 minutes. 2 for 9 from downtown. They shot 28% from 3 tonight. That's not good either. 110 points. He only gave up 108, so that's not bad. Derek White had a monster night, huh? 33 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists. Peyton Pritchard, 10 assists tonight, 10 points. That's a good night for him. That's a great night. I'll take that all the time. There's so many question marks with this team, I don't even know where to start. I guess number 1 is Jaylen Brown going to play now? Number 1. Number 2, what's the starting lineup going to be? Number 3, what do they do with their roster at this point? What do you have? Can you have 15 guys, guys? I can't remember, and I know some guys play in the G League.
15 guys on the regular roster. You can have 3 guys on 2-way contracts.
Yep. So 12 players played tonight. And of those players, I think Hauser would be the only one that would play. So who would probably come out? Ugo, right?
He struggled a little bit tonight. He had some flashes, but team low minus 19. I don't want to call him he's a project. I think that's fair to say.
18 years old.
Yeah.
So the starting five tonight was Chris Boucher, 5 points, 9 rebounds, 1 block. Neemias Queta, 8 points, 12 rebounds, 2 assists, 4 blocks. That's a solid night. For him, solid. Mentioned Pritchard Brown. So Baylor Shireman took 3 shots on the night, no points. That's my biggest disappointment of the preseason. I have huge expectations for this guy. So, guys, to answer the question about ball handlers, it's Brown, Pritchard, White, Simons. And I would probably say your next best ball handler would be Shireman. Hauser can handle it. He's just not a ball handler. So, Minot, I like his game a lot. 25 minutes, 3 of 6 from the field, 9 points, added 4 rebounds, like solid 2 blocks. I like him. I'm curious if they go double big. I wonder if Boucher comes off the bench too.
Don't you think it's going to fluctuate quite a bit, especially early in the season?
And I know we've said it a couple of times, but does it matter who the starting 5 is?
No.
It's just,
it's going to be Jalen, Derek, Peyton Pritchard out there at the end of games with, you pick,
I think
Boucher.
Hauser will be out there until he gets picked on.
The same with Pritchard. Might have to do the old school, sub each way down pretty much.
God, who's their best defenders? Jalen, White.
Derek White.
Queta. And Queta's not great on the pick and roll.
No.
He can block shot. He's a rim protector.
He's a project guy.
Dude, they don't have defenders. Maybe Jordan Walsh, who's another disappointment. He got hurt, but still.
You've seen Minot kind of take Walsh and Shireman's minutes this preseason. I think Shireman, we mentioned it a little bit before the game, but I think he's unfortunately been the biggest disappointment of the preseason.
Yeah. I'm going to keep saying that. Minot's my guy. I think he's athletic. I think he can run. I think he's long. I think guys, nobody you can compare to Jason Tatum. No one's going to replace him, but I'm talking size. What's he listed at? 6'7", 6'8"? I think, because at Memphis, I remember him being 6'8". At Memphis, he was a real big wing.
He's another guy, too. He's 22 years old. A lot of these guys, they're just kind of figuring it out in the NBA. And that's what, unfortunately or fortunately, depending on how you want to look at it, that's what a lot of this year is going to be for the Celtics, is Jaylen Brown, Derek White, Peyton Pritchard, Hauser, those guys carrying the load, and the other guys trying to just tread water for a little while.
I'll say this. I think Minot has a higher ceiling than Shireman. I know Minot was a second-round pick, but, dude, he had to get out of Memphis had issues. He went to Minnesota. That position, how is he going to break through there? Right? Technically he's a 2-guard, right? So, you're not getting the minutes behind Anthony Edwards. And it's the same thing for Garza. They got Rudy Gobert at one point, right?
Cat was there.
Cat was there. And then they have
Naz Reid was
exactly.
there.
Naz Reid's the 6th man of the year. So I like the idea of what Brad was doing, thinking, hey, these two guys were kind of trapped on that roster. We could use them. I'm really impressed with Minot. I think he can run the floor. I'm kind of curious what his shooting percentage was. I'm going to look that up. Josh Minot, Basketball Reference. I don't know if he can shoot the 3. I think he hit a couple tonight, right? Josh Minot, Basketball Reference. It's not beautiful.
He's never averaged more than 1 3-point attempt a game in his career.
It's not his game. This guy is He's just a 6'8" ball handler that can just literally, he could dunk. He's fiery. He's an athlete.
Would you like to know his nickname from Basketball Reference?
God, what is it?
The Lawnmower.
I need more.
I don't have it yet, Joe. I'll see what I can dig up. Yeah, Basketball Reference always has these weird nicknames for every guy. I'm going to Google Josh Minot Lawnmower.
Does that mean when he gets started, he can move? What does that mean? That's a good graphic there. The Celtics nicknames, just a picture of Josh Minot and a lawnmower.
What was the other one? We had one the other night too.
Was it
Boucher?
Duck.
Yeah, it was Boucher.
Slim Duck.
Slim Duck.
That's two, Skaz. Can we get a starting 5 of nicknames?
We'll have
P. Rabbit?
Josh Minot quotes from his NBA Summer League availability, July 8th, 2022. He said, I'm like a lawnmower. Once I get going, I just kept going. Energy, it's everything I am. Energy, I feel like the embodiment of it. So, yeah, once he gets going, he's going. So, I like that. Josh Minot, the lawnmower.
I'm trying to think of a player he comps. Christian Wood? I'm just trying to give you a comp. I don't know. I'm trying to give you a comp. I just think this guy is a...
You're not gonna like it, Joe, but he's like a Rondé Hollis Jefferson, like one of these guys who can't really shoot but is an athletic big. I'm sure there's a guy in Utah for a while too. I can't think of his name off, but yeah, he's one of those 6. He's more of a 3-4 than a 2-3.
He's gonna be 4 in this team.
Yes, yeah.
Which I think has a role for him. The lawnmower. If you look at his career numbers, they just don't even bother. He hasn't had the opportunity.
A more athletic Royce O'Neal is what.
Royce O'Neal's a good one.
The first comp I just googled.
Royce O'Neal's a good one, but you know what? Royce O'Neal can play. Played in playoff games, right? That's all they need. Because here's the deal: Josh Minot eventually will. If he's a player, he's going to be a bench player that can contribute and be part of the 9 that they have or 8 or whatever. So I think of all the guys they have, I'm most excited about him. So that's my X factor. He's my guy. I don't think he can shoot. What do they do tonight? Just by the way, I just want to look that up real quick. Josh Minot tonight from 3, 1 for 2, hit both his free throws. They don't have defenders, man. They just don't. This Jaylen Brown thing's something to monitor here. Let's talk to Armin in Port St. Lucie. Armin.
Hey, Joe. How you doing?
How you doing?
Good. I just wanted to chime in on what you guys are talking about right now. I honestly, the way preseason is going, I'm not thinking it's completely a retool season. I think, if Tatum can come back, they do have a shot. With that said, I think you got to give minutes to guys that you see part of your future. I really want to see Shireman do a little more with these 4 preseason games. I think Minot's honestly beat him out. But not only that, I don't think a lot of people realize Shireman's 25 or 26, even though he's a second-year player. Minot's 3 or 4 years younger. So you got to give those minutes to guys who are going to be here longer.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Shireman, again, I love Shireman's game. I think he's more of a point guy. Okay, the comp is Franz Wagner, but he's a way better shooter. No. What I'm saying is ball handlers, guys. Franz Wagner's a semi.
He's an all-star caliber
borderline
player.
all-star. Yeah. As I was going to say. No, where I'm going with it is Shireman is the type of guy that can play a point and dribble the basketball. We haven't seen it. Really, all he did last year was sit out on the wing and use his ability. He actually used his ability to get shots off.
Yeah, and I think you've seen it in the preseason where defense down the stretch has killed them and ball handling has killed them at times.
Yeah. The reason why I bring up Franz Wagner is this elite, get to the basket, get inside the paint guy. That's not Shireman. Not at all. The reason why I bring up the comparison is That's the kind of game he needs to play to be effective. I think he's a guy that needs to have the ball in his hands, but all we've really seen is him kind of be the open guy and get the shot. It's still so disappointing. Like even Jordan Walsh, for that matter, Minot's past Jordan Walsh.
I would say so.
I think Walsh is still younger too, right? Arkansas, Memphis. I'm just trying to think. I bet you they played.
Yeah, Jordan Walsh is only 21.
The reason why you like Sharman and his age is because he can plug and play. I hope he's better than what we've seen. I wonder. I don't know. Guys have bad preseasons, and it happens all the time.
Yeah, Sharman just turned 25. So he's 4 years older than Jordan Walsh and 3 years older than Minot.
And he's right now more NBA ready than both. And I think Minot's going to get on the court more.
Minot's looked better than him.
He has. No, he has.
I'd give him the nod over Sharman.
Listen, Team Minot over here. He's the one guy I'm interested in.
I'm just waiting for Grandy to hit us with the why not Minot at some point when he hits a big shot. You know it's coming.
Huh. My not, my yes? I don't know. I'm just thinking of a
50-50 Minot.
Yeah, oh, there we go. Oh! Oh! Yes! 50-50 Minot. Man. The Celtics don't look as good as I thought.
You didn't like that win tonight, Joe? Xavier Tillman buzzer beater was not doing it for you?
No. It's not. Sorry.
Things are going to get real interesting real quick, I think, for this team.
I don't.
The East stinks. That's maybe the biggest thing they have going for them right now is the East is awful.
All right, let's just do 2 minutes on this.
Please.
Patriots, new coach, Drake May elevates. The Celtics, without Jason Tatum, everybody gets a chance to play. They probably are better than we think they are. Why is Vegas having them at 40 wins? Like 40 wins sucks. 40 wins is mediocre. 40 wins is your playing team.
So it's interesting because like you mentioned, the over-under total is 40.5, but according to like the nerds, the ones that break it down, they have the Celtics projected for 45.5 wins. So round up 46. Yeah. I think that's more. I think they're a 44 to 46 win. I think they're right in that 45 win team.
There's a betting exacta where you can get them between 41 and 44. I think that's the sweet spot.
And well, if Jaylen Brown's hurt, you're porked. If he misses, the first 2 weeks of the season,
like, do you see how worse Derek White gets in that situation? Like, Derek White looks like a utility guy when Jaylen Brown's not here.
A little strong for me, Joe. A little strong.
Right.
But no, I know what you mean. And I think that's a worry people should have with Jaylen this year, where he's going to draw the defensive assignments that Tatum has drawn for the last 6 to 7 years on a nightly basis. Jaylen Brown doesn't see those defensive assignments that often. And Jaylen Brown is an all-world type player, but I don't want to say a lot, but some of his success certainly comes from the attention that Jason Tatum draws. And now that is out the window. And Derek White's going to go from having the third best defender on the court, or even the fourth in some instances when Tatum's getting doubled, to having the second best defender on the court covering him at times, or even the first, depending on who's out there. It's going to be a wake-up call for the entire roster, the entire organization.
White had a monster night tonight, 33. I'm happy for him going into that. But if it's me, I think if we're just talking points per game, it's Brown, Simons, White, Pritchard, Hauser. That and maybe Boucher. Like that's not good. Another guy that it's both those Minnesota guys, man. Garza. I know what Garza is. I know Garza's a big. I know he's great around the basket. I know he's a leader. I know he works hard. I know he can hit his free throws. I know that he can shoot the three a little bit. But I also know he's a backup. And I don't think he has a ceiling. But can he be the find? This is why I'm interested in the Celtics this year, because of Brad Stevens and the finds. Can he find guys that can be a part of the rotation when they're actually competitive? Or can Josh Minot, average 10 points a game, 6 rebounds, and then he's a part of a trade, right? Do they extend him midseason if they like him, and then there's something there, right? Just those kind of things. Do I think Garza is a part of their long-term plans, guys? I don't. But can he fill a gap for a year and maybe get an extension? Maybe. Brad loves to extend guys. Why? Because guys with term have value. Also, guys without term have value, too. But, we didn't see that a lot last year. Like, you think somebody wants Xavier Tillman?
I wasn't sure the Celtics wanted him at parts of the offseason, but maybe he can show you some.
At least I know he can do the pick and roll and play. At least I know what Tillman can do. I also know he's slow.
He's limited.
I know, exactly.
But he's a pro.
Yeah, he's a pro. He'd be a bench guy on any team in the league. Any team in the league. By the way, was a starter once in the playoffs for the Grizzlies.
He's a guy that's sneaky, only 25 years old, too.
I am excited for the Celtics, though. My expectations, though, are not championship. You will never hear me once this year say championship. And if Jason Tatum comes back in March and they're the 2 seed going into the playoffs and he's healthy, I think there's a chance. But you won't hear me say they're going to win it. And I'm sorry to do that to you, Celtics fans, because I don't feel like they needed to do all these moves this year. All these moves did was save the owner money. That's it.
It helps them in the future if they're willing to spend in the future. That's what they did this offseason, if you believe them.
And then there's the people that will tell you that generally it's multiple years of this. And I don't want to waste 2 years of Brown and Tatum. We're already wasting one. We're witnessing 1 year of not having them. And it's a waste. Mike, here I go talking about Michael. When Michael Jordan got hurt, the Bulls, it wasn't like people were sitting there saying, yeah, Scottie Pippen's still going to bring him that. Nobody did that. No one did that. When Isaiah Thomas hurt his ankle, they weren't like Joe Dumars is taking him to the Bronx. It just wasn't happening back then. I know I'm going 80s on you, Skaz. I'm sorry. It's how I grew up. Hey,
KG went down.
Yeah, how'd that work?
Not good.
Did Shaq ever get hurt?
Yeah, well,
just with the Celtics.
Old Shaq, yes.
Yeah. Kobe, remember that?
Tore his Achilles.
Not good, right?
Shot his free throws.
Tore his Achilles, still shot his free throws. That should be on a T-shirt. Well, we're talking Celtics. Why don't we just keep doing it? Hassan, how you doing, bud?
Yeah, I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm all right. How's Nashua?
It's going all right. Pretty slow night. It's going well. But I think the one thing I wanted to bring up, too, was I think we're not really talking about how the bigs are playing, too. I think a big part of the success this year is going to be how well the bigs play, both offensively and defensively. I just want to hear your thoughts. I think
Who are the bigs? Who are your bigs?
Keita, Garza, off the top of my head. Tillman, of course. I think they just have to play well, and then Al Horford's role, they have to fill it. And I'm just going to hang up and listen. Thank you, guys.
Skaz, after the headline here, I want you to give me your rankings of Celtics big men.
Well,
please.
Yep, I got you.
We'll hit the headline. I'm Joe Murray, 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Essential Sports Hub headline presented by Celsius.
All right, back here on 98.5 The Sports Hub. Final hour of The Sports was brought to you by Valvoline. It's an oil change. Enjoy quick and convenient vehicle maintenance this month. Visit NewEnglandOilChange.com. You can save 50% off an extra for oil change at Valvoline. It's an oil change, the official oil change of busy people. Set up the week. Tomorrow night, we have a show 6 to 9:30. Bruins are on the West Coast. So they begin their road trip in Vegas tomorrow night. So we'll have that. So we'll be here till 9:30 tomorrow night. So essentially a full show. We're just getting out a little half hour early. Well, I'll be here for the Bruins game. And then Friday night, what do we have Friday night? Full show? Yeah, full show. There we go. So we'll be talking Pats-Titans all week. There's betting odds galore. Tomorrow I wanted to just get into a little bit more of the Titans. We got Thursday night football as well. So we'll get into all that. The Celtics ended their preseason. There's no word yet on Jaylen Brown. He left tonight's game with a hamstring injury, so we'll have to keep our eyes on that. So we'll keep you posted on that. I asked Skaz during the break or before the break. Tears, big man tears. Give them to me, baby. Who's
all right, Joe?
1 through what, 4 or 5?
I mean, it depends. Who are we going to call big?
Whoever you call. Let's do it. Let's hear it.
All right, Joe. I would say
no wrong answers, by the way.
Well, there's probably wrong answers, but I would say the best big on the Celtics roster right now is Chris Boucher. Do you agree with that?
As far as stretching the floor and being tall, yes.
After that is where it gets a little interesting. For bigs, I would say Neemias Queta is probably second. And then I guess I would go Tillman just based on experience, minutes he's been out there. And then after that, take your pick. You know, Garza, Amari Williams, Jalen Bridges.
I think Garza's 4.
Okay. Well,
but I think Garza's going to get more minutes than Tillman.
Basketball player, I would say Garza is probably 4. I mean, you could argue that he might even be better than Tillman. It just...
Yep.
If you watched him in college, you would know. Like, he was the best player in the country.
Yeah, he's limited.
Yes, very limited at the pro game.
He's a big. Definitely a big.
Old school big.
And like if this was 1990, the 90s, early 2000s.
Dominant.
He'd be,
yeah.
Yes. You got to put Josh Minot in that, right?
If you're going to, he's more of a 3 than a 4, but he's going to play 4 on this team. I would have Minot probably 3rd then. I would put him above Garza and maybe even Tillman right now. I think I'd have him above Tillman.
Where's Jaylen Brown?
He's not a big.
No, but is he going to play the 4?
I hope not to see Jalen play the 4 just because I think you're going too small. I think you're going to see a lot of Jalen at the 3 this year. Maybe primarily at the 3 this year.
I'm almost wondering if you're going to see that Hauser, Brown, White, Pritchard with a big. Does it matter? I mean, they'll get all rebounded. But does it matter? Why we got to watch the games, right? By the way, Jason Tatum would be the best out of everybody on that list.
I have an idea for tomorrow night.
Doing it now or off the air?
Just a little tease, you know.
Okay.
We have
Street Team Joe here tomorrow night, too.
And we have Colin with us tomorrow night.
Oh, Colin. Oh.
We'll figure something out.
Right.
We'll have some people here.
All right. Well, thanks, intern Mark from Curry. Great job as always, sir. Nice job with the videos and the